The Shattering Spree come for Phoenix or Demilich? Not the copies, no. That would only work for Magecraft. Is there an Archmage's Charm emote in the work? No, currently I have a Clothless emote that should be done soon. I actually saw an email, I haven't looked at it yet, but that I've commissioned for the hand sign emotes, animated versions of those, and I got an email, I think that those are done. I haven't read it yet. One electricity report replacing a Kozilek. Well, electricity is like at a low premium in this deck because we have a bunch of lava darts. And Lava Dart is, we already have a lot of answers to one toughness creatures, so I'm not really looking for more. And Kozilek's return is in the sideboard, so it can deal with cards like Auriok Champion and Sanctifier and Vac, which have protection from red. And Kozilek's return is not a red card. Yeah, Spikefield Hazard I think is a decent option. Entering tapped is a bit of a concern, but I think of the idea. I don't think Finale of Promise is unplayable, but I think it's not good for the deck. So kind of hoping that was not on top of my library, huh? We could look for Faithless Salvaging. We have a lot of looks here. Graveyard that, I guess. But you gotta resubscribe to Nestor if you want to use your emote. We're talking about making this mono red? No. I don't know if we're talking about anything specific. It's things a bit disjointed. Be mad if someone came into chat and asked you how the deck felt. No, it's felt like solid, and it feels like we're doing a lot of powerful things. I'm just we've had some people come in the chat and just tell me that the deck is bad after like the deck hasn't been looking bad to me, and we've had like such a small sample size. But even if it is bad, who cares? I want to play with the new cards. I'm gonna save the other Manamorphose here. Demilich is pretty good to surveil into the yard here, right? Oh no, I didn't cast the other Manamorphose. If I had cast the other Manamorphose, then we get to... Oh wait. Oh no, I didn't mean to bottom the Lich. I meant to top it. I was used to graveyarding the card off of the Darcy, and so we could have potentially darted the Darcy, cast the Lich, but then we're out of lands. They have a removal spell? Oh, they're gonna Thought Scour, try to block. So maybe I should have darted. I don't think so. Yeah, it's possible that we would want Shard of Course or Izzet Charm over Iteration, but Iteration is just so good. That would have been good to have last turn. We missed on lands. That's like so devastating. I agree the Phoenix make it clunkier. I mean, I think that people are misevaluating it, honestly. Like, Arclight Phoenix is a card that you sacrifice consistency for power level when you play Arclight Phoenix in your deck. You have some like absurd turns where you get to have 0 mana, 3/2 flying haste creatures come back. And like these cards play super well with all the same cards that work with Demilich. And I really just think people are misevaluating Phoenix. Like, this has always been an issue with playing this card, but in Magic you could sacrifice consistency for power. And that's just exactly what this card is doing in the deck. But I see the issue is the majority red in the deck. Well, I don't think that you can possibly build a Demilich deck without it being base red. If you're just gonna like spend 4 mana to cast 4 blue cantrips to cast your Demilich for 0 mana, I don't think that's gonna be that good. Red gives you access to Manamorphose, red gives you access to Lava Dart, gives you access to Gutshot. These cards are like really, really good at getting your Lich down for cheap. Salvaging is very good with Demilich too. That 0 mana spell matters so much. They have Murktide Regent here? Maybe we can gut shot this after they Regent. Can't. Oh man. Punished for putting the basic island in the deck. Alright, so I'm going to try to block with my Phoenix here. Yeah, I'm planning on playing 2 Terminates in the main, cutting the 4th Bolt and the 3rd Unholy Heat to play 2 Terminates main. No attack with Murktide Regent? What the hell? Don't tell me they have Team or Battle Rage, because they would just kill us if they had it. The deck is kind of all over the place. You could possibly kill them here. Let's see, what do we need to kill them? Oh man. We get 2 Phoenixes back. Dart them. We can cast Demilich. We can only attack them down to 1. Yeah, maybe we're supposed to scour over iteration. Then the Team of Battle Rage, of course, but when has anybody ever not died to Team of Battle Rage? Do we just jump block with our recursive creatures? I think so. I mean, Demilich does, you know, attack and get a trigger, but the bolt doesn't kill them. Demilich does kill them by themselves. They tap for blue. The only card that they could possibly tap for blue here would be for Murktide Regent, right? Watch me draw the Lightning Axe and not be able to kill my opponent. We play around Lightning Bolts. They sure are thinking really hard for someone who we don't want to have a Lightning Bolt. Are they even playing Bolt in their deck? They're playing Push. They're playing Hexdrinker, they're playing Rin and 6, they're playing Murktide, Scourge, Shadow, Darcy, Hexdrinker. How do they have room for all these cards? Maybe they're not playing Bolt. Echo Not, thank you for your Twitch Prime, although Scourge should mean Bolt, right? They shock in Breeding Pool. If my opponent has Team or Battle Rage, we're ending the stream. If they're going tank, 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 Team or Battle Rage. It was Thought Scour. Lead, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription too. We just go to 2. We don't play around them top decking Bolt, right? Yeah, there's no way. They drew it, good for them. We'll bow. Take the L. They even showed us Unholy Heat too. Alright, got there. X Full Auto, thank you for your subscription too. Appreciate ya. I mean, Unholy Heat doesn't really kill the Scourge, Murktide. Doesn't really kill any of their creatures that effectively. Probably kills Murktide, actually. Why not block Scourge instead of Regents? It doesn't matter. Didn't you have blocked with Lich? No, I mean, Lich is our best creature because it can cast a removal spell to kill them. Wait, what? I don't understand. What is stand up bolt range? I don't understand the questions from chat. I'm just gonna resubmit. We're at 11 and plays around bolt to block Scourge. But if we block all of their creatures, wait, how big was the Murktide? Was 7 power? Okay, then we should have blocked. You're right. We should have blocked the Murktide. I don't know why I thought it was more power. Sorry. The Tiber control deck didn't go very well today. I was more hopeful for it, but it didn't do very well. I see. I don't know why I thought the Murktide was bigger than this, or as big as the Scourge. Well, this hand's great. I could turn to Demilich, just 2 Manamorphoses. We can also go, if they play a creature, Morphos, Lightning Axe, discard Lich, rebuy Lich. I guess we would need one more spell. Yeah, Chalice is in the side for Cascade decks. Great. Alright, I'm gonna play my own Darcy here, I think. The next turn, we can go Morphos, Serum Visions, Lightning Axe, and cast Demilich before they can Tormod's Crypt us. Does Blue-Red Prowess win Demilich? Probably not. Maybe. I'm definitely less excited about it in that deck, more excited about it in a Phoenix deck. But it is true, like you know, have like basically the same support. All right, let me go Morphos, and then we'll think about casting Dart or Axe. Probably just should be Dart here, huh? Oh yeah, you're right. They can crypt in response to the Axe. Good point. Pretty good turn though. Bad deck. Really don't like the 3 toughness of Demilich. I mean, you gotta have some kind of balance for your 0 mana card, right? Is this the 0 mana 4/3 this turn? Hard to. Don't be too greedy, right? Let me just set up this turn with Iteration, I think. We know we have an Islet on top. I'll put a Salvaging Phoenix in my hand, though. Well... Yeah, we could try to, like... We could try to maybe make them pop the Crypt on our Lich. And then Phoenix after that do that. Yeah, I think we can probably do that. We can go, like, if we just cast Manamorphose next turn, they kind of have to pop the Crypt. Yeah, if Demilich had 4 toughness, this card is like probably way too good for modern. Okay, now they know the plan at least. Yeah, imagine these decks look at Taxium Probe. Gross. Took Lightning Axe. Yeah, if we draw a land, we could absolutely just consider casting Phoenix, but I also want to cast the Demilich from my yard if they're gonna not crack the Crypt. 6/6 Scourge. Really interesting draw. Good hit. Well, Lich currently costs blue. Tough spot. I think what we have to do is cast Salvaging. I think I just discard the other Salvaging. Then I'll go bolt them. I'll crypt in response. And we cast Demilich. Oh my gosh. Or they could just punt because they're not used to playing against new cards. Oh, I shouldn't have exiled the Bolter in my yard though, because I'm not used to playing with new cards. They have Voidwalker in their deck too. They have Voidwalker, Wrenn and Sig's Murktide Region in their deck. How does that work? I guess, you know, we're not going to get to bring this Phoenix back. Okay, I guess. The sacrifice mana consistency for power level. I'm not even sure that that's true. I'm not even sure that's true because it's just like you already have so many good threats, and no matter what color combination you pick, like you really like need to put Hex Drinker and Tarmogoyf in your deck, right? It's like the black and blue creatures are so big. Red creatures are so good. Demilich doesn't fly, so I'm not even sure that they weren't even dead. Yeah, I think they maybe just went off of it. For the most part. Well, last time we put back Gutshot, my opponent played turn 1 Ragavan. I think I'm probably still supposed to bottom it here. Why am I so adamant against Thing? I've played it very recently in a deck almost exactly like this, but it's, you know, a big part of the reason why I think it's not very good is, of course, that I think that this deck wants to play 12 creatures. If you play 16, I think that that's too many. The need to keep your density of instants and sorceries. And Thing in the Ice, I think, is worse than all of our other creatures, so I don't know why I would want to play it, you know. I believe that. I mean, these are going to the graveyard anyways, so just keep putting them in the bin. We hit a Phoenix. We don't get it back this turn. We can get it back next turn with the Dart. Demilich has felt pretty good so far. What is my opponent doing? Killing my Channeler, my Darcy's. Gross. Oh, man. Yeah, it's probably not good to have to discard the Serum Visions to... Oh, interesting. Okay, so next turn we get back 2 Phoenixes. So we go... Discard Dart to the Rebound Salvaging, Salvaging, discard Phoenix, Dart, or Gutshot. Maybe as foretold? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I played against like a really weird Possibility Storm deck that looked almost exactly like this the other day. They're salvaging. It is that deck? Yeah, it looks like it. Rebound Salvaging. I don't think I'm supposed to, like, a lot of times I'll cast Salvaging in the upkeep for max card advantage, but I don't think I'm doing that here. I guess I'll do that if my opponent's gonna kill my Phoenix, this just guarantees I get to bring Phoenix back. So I have the Dart. Salvaging is so good. Yeah, I think people are sleeping on this card a bit. They're dead if they have nothing. Right. Chalice doesn't stop. Of course I have to play against the Possibility Storm deck. Let me just cut the Lightning Axe and get shot. Not think too much about it. I don't think Lich is busted, but it feels like we could have a playable modern deck on our hands. There is a realm between broken and unplayable that ideally most cards reside in. I cut Bolt, not Axe. Ah, disaster, disaster. Thanks, chat. Not according to YouTube video names. Yeah, my editor is a bit... I think at one point I could have maybe considered it a running joke, but I say a place of Demilich is worth $90. I don't know, man. Probably not. I hate to be, you know, trying to inform people's financial decisions though, because I know how dumb I am. I know just how dumb I am, so I would hate to give anybody financial advice. We've considered Merchant of the Veil. It's like an issue that it's not an instant or sorcery in the yard for a Lich. That card is also like pretty underpowered in general, but it is, you know, a 1-mana instant or sorcery discard outlet unconditional, so it could be something that you want to play in this deck. I also hate that card. And I get Demilich so fast. We had 2 people in chat open them in drafts, and I bought them from them. And then I'm not making this is not a bit. The two more mysteriously appeared into our collection when I was trying to find them, and I think someone from WotC gave them to me, but nobody, at least I didn't see anybody saying it was me. That's what it means to be a 1K Andy, I guess. But I'm sure they just saw me floundering trying to get my hands on the cards, and they felt sorry for me. Bottom. It was Clothis, yeah. Yeah, still no preview card though. I've been a 1K Andy for that long. Maybe I'm supposed to cast Thought Scour here. 1 land Serum Visions, no second land, classic modern, of course. Modern playable is a charm. How did I forget to put that in my deck? I made a tier list of all of the cards I considered to be playable from the D&D set. Posted that on Twitter if you guys want to check that out. I don't think that besides Demilich, there are going to be very many cards that spawn their own archetype or like really have too much room to brew around and be competitive in Modern. There are a few, but those cards are like a little few and far between. Yeah, Book of Exalted Deeds plus Mutavault was something I was trying to figure out. At the time of making this comment, I'm like pretty stuck. To be honest with everybody. We won't be brewing around Portable Hole. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like how do you brew around Portable Hole? Can you build a Portable Hole deck? Dude, we have Thought Scour to break up their combo. It's pretty brutal. Because I've played this guy before, and the combo, you get Possibility Storm, what's it called? The Noxious Revival, Endless One, and something else. Is Demi even spawn its own deck? Is it a Phoenix deck? Sure. Well, Demilich like can revive the Phoenix archetype a bit. I mean, I think Lich is better than Phoenix in this deck for whatever that's worth. I try to build the White Monk Planeswalker. I'm not of the opinion that that card is a high enough power level for Modern. They have Possibility Storm in their hand. I need to make sure they can't get their Endless One. Let me go. Graveyard Endless One. I'm cool giving them Lightning Bolt. Graveyard Mission Briefing. Or I guess I'd rather the Mission Briefing than Revival. Because although maybe I wanted to like break this up this turn. Now I kind of have to hold up this Thought Scour. What is Possibility Storm? You're probably better off not knowing, to be honest. Yeah, let me just play Canal, and then they're going to go... You're probably better off not knowing. It's a 5-mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a spell, you exile you don't cast that spell. Instead, you cast spells or you reveal cards from the top of your library until you hit a random card of the chosen type. I think you get to cast that one. So weird. Maybe we should cast Serum Visions first. And so what they're gonna do, and maybe I should have made this more clear, but what they're gonna do is they're going to cast their 2-mana Mission Briefing to cast Noxious Rival to put Endless One on top, and I think that they already have Possibility Storm in their hand, but we can break that up with Thought Scour here. So in order to keep the ability to interact with their combo, I'm not going to play all of my Demilich Liches. Although they've got a cantrip though with their Relic of Progenitus actually. So maybe we just can't even break this up. They might be too flustered though. And we could just cast Thought Scour and then cast 3 Demiliches. And how can they not have it in their hand? Yeah, I just think there's almost no way that they don't have it in the hand with the gifts pile that they revealed. You should maybe have tried to get them to go for it earlier with them giving them revival. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We're now splitting the 2 gut shots with 1 lava axe, 1 gut shot. Maybe that's not correct. So my opponent's hand is Mission Briefing Mystery card. I can just, again, we can just like hope that that 1 card isn't Possibility Storm. And even if it is, they beat it with their relic. So I guess I'm just like off of it. Like we actually just can't beat it anyways if they play correctly. So let's just not play around it. Yeah, they already cast the bolt. What a weird game. Oh, I was supposed to cast the Demilich from my graveyard first. It says, whoops, haha. You can mill in response to briefing, hit Emrakul, shuffle graveyard. I don't think I'm supposed to play to that. Yeah, I was supposed to cast the other Lich though. This was also a mistake I made. Yeah. But I think we're dead anyways. That's some consolation. We'll let them do the combo. You'll believe it or not, this is the 2nd time I've been got by this. So they put Endless One on top, they cast Possibility Storm. Yeah, I don't think this was good to play around because they just like on board beat it with their relic. Spike, why no spell? Why Flusterstorm over Spell Pierce when you're gonna get Possibility Stormed? Pretty cool. Yeah, Chalice doesn't stop them. Let's hope to be a bit more aggressive on the play, I think. Pretty cool game. And it's just cool how like Thought Scour breaks up their gifts pile. Well, the Possibility Storm even beats Void Mirror, right? Because Emrakul can't be countered. Why Endless One over the Eldraine Snake? You gotta ask them. You gotta ask them. You can't ask me. And they might have artifacts in their deck, though. That would be why. I guess you can't ask girl. Yeah, this it's just through the breach on hard mode. But their deck is cool. Sometimes you just want to play your cool deck. And, you know, ignore the chat yelling at you the whole time. Oh yeah, they have Relic, Tormod's Crypt. They do have order effects. Of course. Suspend is not a playable modern card, I'm sorry. Sorry to be the one to have to tell you. Maybe I should be happy to be the one to get to break the news. Yeah, Gutshot's mostly just a free spell, but it's also not bad in this like Darcy Ragavan metagame. Or just like some more, just like a couple actual 0 mana spells. Be nice. Maybe we should have kept Islet over Mountain actually. Appland, awesome. You'll love to see it. Go, my pet, go. Oh. And we get to cast Demilich. Lift Flusterstorm up. Any MH2 cards for a Through the Breach deck? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Well, you get Counter Spell, of course. That's the big one. Demilich has felt pretty good. I've been liking it so far. It's, you know, Doesn't feel like too good though. It's kind of fair. Remember, if you cast Salvaging off Demilich, you don't get to read. Guess we'll cast Serum Visions. Good draw. Keep Thought Scour. I guess we actually could have just replayed the Lich, but I mean, my opponent's a combo deck, and they also have this relic here. I'm probably just supposed to counter this. It's not like Flusterstorm's like super good either. They probably pop their relic here, right? Wait for me to target instead. So I think I want to hold on to this Thought Scour again because they often like they gifts for their combo and you can actually break up their combo with the Thought Scour. Blind mission briefing, hoping to hit Thought Scour or hit Lightning Bolt. Sorry. Well, 2-0 in this league. Mulligan this. This one, I guess. You think of mission briefing and this deck letting you mill and giving you 2 spell count. Well, it seems not very good. I thought I just bottomed the Phoenix. A lot of sideboard cards for this matchup. Don't necessarily expect game 1 to be very good. If I'm gonna have an awkward draw in this match, I guess I would prefer it to be game 1 if I could choose, since we've got, you know, 3 Shattering Sprees and 2 Alpine Moons. I guess it's not as much as I have been playing. Still a lot. Sure, copies of Unholy Heat too. Not sure how we make room for all this though, to be honest. What if we just cut the Phoenixes? The Phoenix Salvaging plan? That probably makes sense. Yeah, I think this looks good. I don't think I want Kozilek's return. Could maybe play one. 1k return's probably fine. How'd you like the Odd Taxi? Yeah, I've been telling everybody to watch Odd Taxi. That show's really good. Play one over like Visions number 4. 1 season, pretty self-contained story, really excellent storytelling. Would recommend it. I have, and I do recommend it. I watched it on Crunchyroll. I don't know if it's available anywhere else. It's an anime, but I think even if you're not a fan of anime, you'd probably enjoy it. It's just very, very excellent storytelling. I haven't tried Finale of Promise, but Finale of Promise, like I just have talked about this, but it's just too much mana. This deck has like already has like crazy, very consistent, crazy turn 3s, turn 4s. I don't think it needs Finale or once Finale. You don't like anime, the first episode would be hard to get through? Really? Oh, maybe I'm just desensitized, but I don't really think so. I don't think I need to play this other Manamorphose. I just dart this, cast Demilich. Yeah, Demilich does not cast a spell without paying its cost. You still have to spend the mana on it. You have a new streaming schedule? No, I just like really am excited to play with the Demilich deck, so yesterday I streamed late because there was MTGO maintenance. And today I'm streaming late because I'm excited to play with the new cards. Be easy turn, right? Kill 3 of their guys, kill their Hangerback Walker token with the Demilich. Oh, they get 3 tokens from this boss. Oops. And then I guess it's just Unholy Heat a token. And clean up a bit next turn with Shattering Spree. Yeah. I don't know why I thought that I obviously should have killed the Hangerback before the Zabaz. I'm pretty sure we can replicate Shattering Spree off the Demilich though, right? I don't see why we wouldn't be able to. I guess I'll sack this just to see if there's anything else I'd like to do this turn, but doesn't appear to be. They're down to only 3 cards in their hand. Tails, Worker. We only cast 1 spell so far. Here we go. Shattering Spree the Worker. Copy 0 times. If my opponent animates Nexus, we get to Shattering Spree the Nexus, so I don't think they're going to do that. Then we'll just like flashback Manamorphose with Demilich. Okay, they did that. Never mind. This is fine. Playing against new cards is tough, right? Yeah, now there are 2 of them. You cast 3 spells. Don't need to sack the start to play this for 0 mana. I'll just spend the blue. Already played my land. Is replicating with no targets count for spellcast for Lich? No, replicate doesn't cast the spell, it just copies it. Any chance on like a second Kozilek's return on the draw? Probably do. Just like Hangerback Walker tokens feels like a good way to lose the game. Oh, maybe I should actually cut the axe, actually. Yeah, with no Phoenix's, axe seems not that good. We have so much other removal. We cut the Phoenix package in this matchup. Well, hard to mulligan a Shattering Spree. The Dart. I would prefer for the 4th land to be another spell, but I'll keep this hand. Explain all the stuff behind you. How about... The only way to understand the stuff behind me is to rewatch every VOD at the entire stream's history. Keep both of these. Tails is scary, of course. Another Shattering Spree on top. I don't really want to shuffle that away. Who's gonna play this tapped? Pass. Hope we don't just die, huh? We got Manamorphose before iteration just in case we hit Lich. Passed. Oh no, I meant to hand the Islet. Could die here. Not that likely. They need Ravager, right? I don't think Zabaz does it for him. Yeah, this is totally fine. Shattering Spree going to be a big blowout. Can't you undo with iteration? I think if you undo with iteration, it just crashes the client, right? They fix that. Love for them to just play like Ravager Pass. Fine too. Banners a saga. They're floating a green mana. They must have another Dismember in their hand, right? Ah, Banners a saga. Banners a saga. Quick. Quick before they put it into play. Hopefully we can find Alpine Moon. See, that's best case scenario. Iteration. Well, I'll just take another Shattering Spree, I guess. Go too wrong. I need to order it that we kill the Ballista first, or the Worker first. Learned my lesson. So 3 cards in their hand. I want to Thought Scour myself end of turn here. A bit scared of the bug. Scared of the bug here. We're also out of mountains to get. Just have 1 Stevens left. So if we mill over it with Thought Scour, we'll know that we don't have any fetchables. The Tarn. Milled over Alpine Moon, which is a bit of a bummer. We're gonna take a hit. Let me just sack this Islet. Take a draw. Yeah, I haven't seen a Demilich yet this game. We did slide out our Phoenixes. Oh, am I supposed to bolt the construct? They don't have red mana for Zabaz. I think we'll be okay. Famous last words, maybe. Yeah, I don't think we need to kill Zabaz. They don't have any red mana in play, right? I just want to tap in Shattering Spree for a bunch next turn. I got Tormod's Crypt. That's fine. Uh-oh. I guess we bolt Zabaz now and chump block the construct. Well, maybe not, right? Because if they, yeah, if we block Zabaz, then they go sack Zabaz, put counters on the construct. Yeah, this is fine. No, I don't want to. I don't want to use all my burn spells here because we need a Shattering Spree next turn. I think just this is fine. They're just gonna be down to 1 card in their hand. We still have, like, 2 darts, Serum Visions. They have the Nexus though, and the scales, of course. Really happy they sacked there. I don't really know why they did that. But I think I'm gonna go get my last fetchable tapped. Both of these. All 3 Shattering Sprees drawn. They didn't play any spells or any lands, so I guess we did like infer earlier that they have a dismember, right? We inferred that they have a dismember because they floated that green mana. Let me wait on the channeler then until next turn, so we at least get the surveil off the Serum Visions, because they just have to have dismember in their hand, right? I cited out the looting. I cited out the salvaging and the phoenixes. So ordinarily you would want to do that, but it just doesn't matter. We're really deep in the deck without seeing a Demilich. 33 deep. Love to find one this turn. There we go. Can even graveyard this, right? That always just feels absurd when you get to graveyard your payoff, you know? X or wow, whatever. Please tell you this deck is good. I've liked it so far. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll 1, 2. Exiling Shattering Spree is maybe a bit bad. It's probably fine. This on top. I guess I could exile one of my darts to the Demilich. Keep the Spree in the graveyard. That's probably fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably play this deck tomorrow too. I don't know if I'm gonna play it like the whole stream tomorrow, but I'm pretty hyped about it. Gonna leave the Shattering Spree in the graveyard, which means you have to exile one of the 2 darts. And we still have Delirium somehow. They did have Dismember. Okay, so that read was right. Alright, let's take over the game here. Might even kill them this turn. Classic. Yeah, I mean, don't always bring in Veil of Summer against Aspiring Spike, I guess. Usually it's a safe bet, though. This is not the first league with the deck. We 1-2 dropped a version with Baubles in the main deck. The Baubles seemed kind of bad. Maybe I should put the dart in the hand. Fine. But says I 100% went into this game thinking I could Veil Shattering Spree. That would be pretty good. Good. Alright, so we can Demilich. Just a blue mana. Does require that we exile both darts? Probably not. Cast Iteration. Leave 1 dart. I guess we can do that. 3-0 in this league. I mean, I just don't know if I can mulligan double Manamorphose. Yeah, we have Serum Visions to like very likely hit that second land too. You win because Murktide and Channeler. You can quit Phoenix out of the equation. I mean, I don't have Murktide in this deck. Are you saying I should have Murktide over Phoenix? Because if so, I disagree. They've got like a lot of tension with Demiliches. I haven't changed streaming hours. I've just been going for almost 8 hours today. I'm really excited to play with new cards. I'm gonna bottom both of these. I want to find a creature. Interesting. Kind of regretting not keeping the bolt, but I'm just gonna bolt the elf here. Pass. Heliod. Oof. Scary. You get to Phoenix. Potentially Demilich or Phoenix if we went off Thought Scour. We miss. Faithless Salvaging is not a card disadvantage spell. Faithless Salvaging gives you card advantage if you have no cards left in your hand. I think I'm gonna discard the Islet. We should be able to hit a land here. Oh, I wish I discarded that one. Or had that one to discard, sorry. Bit of a brick. Bit of a brick. We pump the brakes? I don't think so. We can kill the Spike Feeder in response to Heliod being cast, which is going to be like not a great tempo swing for us, but not the worst thing either. Honestly, if we just kept that other Lightning Bolt, we'd also be in really good shape here. Coco is probably going to be scary though. I guess I could just do this again in response, but then we got shot. Yeah. Yeah, Heliod has not been super popular lately, but it's been somewhat popular. Their hand must be really bad, thank goodness. Getting the Spike Feeder off the field is also pretty... You know, I'm breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. Let's go Iteration first. And bottom, Exile. Serum Visions before Thought Scour, because we might want to just mill something into the yard. Okay, so Salvaging is going to be good for next turn. I want to keep this other bolt too. Let me just actually just go top. And attack with the Phoenix. Do you think is... What do you think is better against the blue-red versus monkey decks? I think Endurance... I mean, both are good. Both are good against the decks. Like, Sanctifier is better against Rakdos, and Endurance is better against blue-red. So they're just dead. Dead. Lucky for us, they were really flooded. This matchup is probably quite bad. Let's not waste anybody's time. Our top card is Lightning Bolt, but winning game one's such a big deal in this matchup. We get to bring in Kozilek's returns too, so you know, I wasn't necessarily sure that we were supposed to be playing these cards in this metagame, but I feel good about it. Maybe we can trim an Iteration on the draw, trim a Serum Visions. I'm a bit worried about Delirium though. Probably gonna be fine. I don't know if I want Unholy Heat too. Could play around Solitude. We could still just Thought Scour into Bolt and pull them, even if they have Solitude. But that's a good point. Endurance also could have gotten us. Have I tried Demilich with Murktide? I think that it's just like too taxing on the graveyard to play both Demilich and Murktide. I haven't tried it though. I've only had Demiliches for like a couple hours. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe main decking 2 Terminates in black red. I'm not sure if I want to cut the 3rd Kolaghan's Command or like the 4th Bolt for the 2nd one, but I want to cut 1 Unholy Heat for a Terminate at least. Probably mulligan this on the draw against Heliod. Keep this. Like Demilich? So love this if we're 7. No creature. So it's kind of, maybe counterintuitive, but I'm not going to play Darcy because I'm worried about my opponent going Ariok Champion here, and then me wanting to Kozilek's return and not having Delirium for Darcy. I mean, Reveler also doesn't work well with Demilich because if you're exiling all your instants and sorceries, Reveler can be like an awkward top deck. But this deck also, like I keep saying this deck seems like it has a very good, powerful late game, and like the only thing people are suggesting are like good, grindy late game cards. Like, literally the only card anybody suggested. Or the only kind of card. Maybe now that I have Thought Scour, I'm kind of likely to get Delirium. I'll just cast this now. Or somewhat likely. Fine. I would like to draw it, but because it's getting Thought Scour anyways, you just put it in the graveyard to put more cards in the yard. Alright, so pretty sure we're supposed to go for end of turn Kozilek's return, which is like very bad against Coco. But if my opponent just goes like Ariak Champion Spike Feeder, we win the game. I think Prismatic Ending is better than Portable Hole. Anything else? They have Coco. But I think I still have to cast this. I mean, they are like, they could just like, if like they, I guess they just Coco after the return resolves. We play Kozilek's Return because it dodges protection from red creatures, like specifically Ariak Champion. I would really not recommend playing anything besides Kozilek's. Game 3. Alright, running it back. Turn 1 Darcy would be so nice. It would also be nice to be able to kill a mana dork. Alright, this is exactly what I wished for. I'm going to keep. We can even like gut shot on our upkeep to try to surveil into a second land. Hand's also, if we draw a second land on turn 2, we get to Demilich. Yeah, this. If my opponent casts Prismatic Ending on my Darcy, I don't think I dirt them or gut shut them. This is exactly what I asked for. We hit a land in the top 2, like the game is just, we're so ahead. Miss. I could dart. Let's not. Let's hope. For hope, I guess. The lesson here, never ever hope. Yeah, I think we have enough removal where we don't want heat. Heat is also like not like particularly good. They have Sanctifier. Never hope, man. Hope, 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 hope. Man, if we just hit this on the last turn, we've got like so much of a better chance. We do have some answers to this card, at least. You can't even Demilich because of the Sanctifier stopping us from flashing back Dart, so I guess I'll just do this. Okay, keep another Demilich and just try to set up to hopefully play 2 next turn. We might have to hit another Manamorphose. Lightning Bolt would be really nice to find too. Okay. I know we're doing this, so we'll do this before we draw. Well, I guess this is bad if I draw. I guess now I can't draw Manamorphose. I've now cast 2 spells. If we keep this on top, we do get to Demilich. It's not too bad. Oh, we hit Kozilek's Return, which is colorless. Okay, okay, okay. Don't call it a comeback. I swear if I see anybody in chat calling it a comeback. Oh no, don't have Coco. Don't have Coco. No. Serum Visions also makes Darcy here. Yeah, if we surveil Serum Visions into the graveyard and feel like we have a chance. We can sometimes brick on Coco, right? Well, actually, if they block here, we kill their Ariak Champion, which, like, I'm not even sure how much we're bothered, guys. We have 2 Demiliches in the graveyard. These cards can come back. Yeah, I think that's fine. They have another Coco, though. I mean, they bricked on their first one. They're like really unlikely to brick on their second, or like not have a good one. Yeah. Wait, they were gonna pass? They passed? We were drawing a land anyways. Alright, sorry, believers. This is a bit better. Or just put the Phoenix at the bottom. Bands, cool. Very cool. Maybe I should have shuffled because I put a Phoenix on the bottom. Build over a Lava Darts, a little bit of value. Need all we can get. A little flooded too. Very good, Sir Matthew. GG's. Opponent's draw has been a bit as well. I'm gonna wait to cast this bolt though. Draw Manamorphose, we get to Demilich. I guess we can Demilich off the dart, which is probably gonna be worth it. If they're playing my list, gross. If they're playing my list, then they shouldn't have too many answers. I guess maybe I should have darted first. Because like this just doesn't like die to prismatic ending very well. I should have darted first because now I like lose to force. Oh, but also if they're playing my list, they're playing 4 main deck Sanctum Prelate, which I probably could never beat. I think the problem is living in and other Cascade decks for Heliod. I feel like living in probably isn't that bad, right? Because like you can like off sometimes like if you cast Heliod, you can like tank a hit from the living end and gain infinite life. Maybe the issue is on Magic Online not being able to gain enough life, but I feel like it's fine. Yeah, that's true. Ranger Captain also very good against Cascade. Yeah, Infinite Life beats... It doesn't beat Glimpse, but it beats the other 2 combo decks. So maybe they have a bad Glimpse matchup. Are there any of the new cards you're playing trial today? Well, I've been live for about 8 hours, so I think we're going to wrap up kind of soon. But there's honestly not that much, there are not too many cards I think you could like really just build a whole modern deck around, and besides Demilich and the D&D set. As goes being Infinite Life, just draw them out. Yeah, you just like attack with Emrakul over and over again, and then get to the point where you can discard Emrakul every single turn, and they'll duck before you do. It says that they have a cat on their desk. Emergency. Solitude my Demilich. Not playing my list, but we really needed this Solitude to live, or this Demilich to live. I saw bolt before they can get another Ephemerate up. Let me just play this Steven's tapped. Oh, they have Force? All the pitch cards, huh? I mean, it's not even that bad for us. Yeah, we could definitely draw out of this. Like our matchup's probably not that bad either. Am I supposed to wait till I play my lands out before I salvaging? I feel like I have some time probably. I kind of want to get my 4th land in play. Yeah, I'm fine to just take another draw step. Especially with the dart, I kind of want to get my land in play. Well, it's a bit awkward, huh? Let's go to the Scalding Tarn. Right now, I guess on the rebound, we're going to discard the darts. In a weird game. So let's see if they have Ephemerate here. I want to do it like this so I can actually draw a card off the Salvaging. If they do have Ephemerate, we're not supposed to cast another spell into the rebound. They just let it go, though. Which has been pretty good. I've been impressed by the card thus far. And we were so flooded. I mean, my opponents also had, like, what seems to be a pretty anemic draw. We're getting back into it here. Can dart that. In response to the rebound, I'm going to Salvaging. Okay. Salvaging. It definitely seems like we can get out of some spots where we're, you know, flooded, screwed. Card selection's really nice for that. We've cast 3 spells so far, so we get to go Darcy, Lava Dart Hierarch, cast Demilich for 0 mana. Maybe if we're lucky we get to Surveil, Demilich, or Phoenix into the graveyard, but definitely take an Expressive Iteration on top. Do they have another Do you have another Ephemerate? They do. Oh my gosh. They get to get all of my creatures here. Pretty good. But we have an iteration on top, so I'm feeling like we're maybe able to come back from this. 2 Demiliches gone. I'm gonna not rebound this. Probably just have Serum Visions over a random card. Turns out that random card was Serum Visions, though. If another Ephemerate, then they, don't really get too much value out of this here. We'll keep the Salvaging for next turn. Do I want darts? I guess so, because we can just Thought Scour first and mill the dart for some value. I think Demilich has been good. It's like definitely somewhere in between unplayable and rusted. It's not busted, but I think potentially good. I've liked it so far. But we're not playing Murktide because Murktide and Demilich is like too many cards that tax your graveyard. I could wait on this Manamorphose. I think I will. I'll have the bolt up. Yeah, you have to really build around Demilich too. I don't think that you can just play it in like a very fair strategy. I think I'm just kind of gonna be fine trying to trade Arclight Phoenix for Ice Fang. If they try to Skyclave my bird, I can bolt the bird. Always bolt the bird, right? That's what they tell me. I can also just bolt Skyclave, get a 4/4 token. Probably better. I'll wait to do that till my turn. Oh, it's kind of bad against Ephemerate. It's not really that bad though, because they don't really have protect their Skyclave with, or get with the Skyclave after they Ephemerate. Forgot that we have this on the rebound. I guess I should Manamorphose. Nice. Definitely feels like this deck can grind. Our 3rd spell for Phoenix. Remember that you don't need to hold cards for looting because Salvaging draws a card if you have no cards in your hand. Bit worried about Ephemerate on the Ice Fang after I go to Dart. I'm kind of hoping I draw another Dart or attacking here? What the hell? How was my opponent attacking? They must have Ephemerate, right? But I have the Dart, so they must have 2 Ephemerates? I have Charming Prince. Well, I guess now I'm gonna dart. Okay, they know Ephemerate. Oh yeah, only 17 cards left in our library. Soul Herder. Okay. You go for a Scry 2. 2 cards on top. Two cards on top is probably not gonna be who we beat. Oh, why no Serum Visions in the Murktide list? I mean, this is a very different deck, right? In the Serum Visions deck, in this deck, you need to be casting like 3 or 4 spells on the same turn. In the oh yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to get Delirium against the exile-based removal when we cut the baubles. We're not beating that. Game 2. Yeah, cutting the baubles, I mean, it hasn't really come up much like in the last 2 leagues. But against the exile-based removal, I can definitely see it being an issue. I'm actually not even sure that I want to bring in anything. I think I'm just going to resubmit. No, I won't return. I won't return. How many free Demilich have we got to play? A lot. A lot. Probably like in the 15 to 20 range over the course of the day. But it's not exactly free, right? Because you're spending a lot of mana. Like, you have to spend mana on the cantrips. Not exactly free. You can keep this. Void Mirror for the sideboard. We have Chalice of the Void instead. Void Mirror is a bit awkward because it turns off Lava Dart, Rebounding, Faithless Salvaging. Got shot. Would Aria Flame be a good sideboard option for a matchup like this? Maybe, yeah. You could also play Crackling Drake if your goal is just to beat Graveyard Hate. But I'm not even sure like what matchup it would be. I don't think that of all the popular decks in Modern, it doesn't seem particularly good against any of the popular decks. Oh, obviously I should have cast that on upkeep. I'm targeting my opponent here so I can actually get use of my Surveil. Oh, Void Mirror also shuts off Demilich, right? Don't Sanctifier me. Ah! We do have the Kozilek's Return in our hand. I believe we'll draw a land. Alright, back-to-back 3/2s. We'll play more of this deck. I'm going to sleep on it, see if I can do anything else. But the deck felt not bad. Definitely feels like there's room for maybe some more innovation too. But I've been streaming for over 8 hours now. I'm feeling pretty fried. I haven't eaten anything today. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at the usual time. Maybe a bit of a shorter stream tomorrow. We'll see.